And I'm live. This is Federal Prison Talk. Hey, my name's Sean. How we doing, guys? I got Raymond from Africa, Liberia, coming on in just a minute. We're just doing the Facebook Live thing on a video, and he should be on here any minute. Just give him another text. He's got a new channel, guys. Raymond's been to prison in Africa, and now he's helping a whole bunch of people with his organization over there. And I've known him over a year now. We've been talking a lot. We video call each other quite a bit. He'll be on here in a minute, and I'll just check in with you guys. Anyways, I did 52 months in a federal prison camp in Florence, Colorado, guys, for wire fraud. And I got 52 months. I got out of there in 26 months. Then I did 6 months halfway house, 3 years federal probation. Finished that last year. I also did 5 years of waiting to go to prison, pre-trial. My house got raided in 2011. It's now 2023. I got off in December. So that's about 12 years of my life taken away. I probably only did, a little less than 3 years in the prison, but 12 years of the whole system. Not being able to start anything new. I guess I could have got married and told the woman, hey, I'm going to prison though. I don't know when. It's going to be this year or next year or maybe the year after. That's what pretrial's like, guys. You have no idea. Since I had 9 co-defendants and I was like the leader, they wanted to wait till everybody else got sentenced and then do me last. What about my right to a speedy trial? Not in the feds, guys. Not if you take a plea deal. Take the plea deal. Hey, they'll send you when they want to send you. Sometimes they don't care if you're gonna die waiting, literally. But it's a living hell, guys. You can go to work. Some guys can, some can't. Some wear ankle bracelets and they're 24 hours locked up in their house. Some people have to do that time in a county jail or a federal little detention center. And you know what? A lot of times you're not getting any credit time served for that. Now you are if that's where you start off and that's where you stay. But a lot of people violate their pretrial. They cross the state border. They talk to a co-defendant they're not supposed to talk to. They get a DUI, they drink, they give them a dirty drug test. There's a numerous amount of things. Money that they don't report about because they keep track of everything. And it's easy to get violated, especially if you have the wrong pretrial officer. And is there a right one? Well, you can decide that. But if you get violated, they're going to throw you in a county jail or federal detention center or it's a combination of, depending where you live. But they've got a place for you, and it's not a nice place. And I did 4 years of pretrial. I could have done that, violated, which I did violate twice. I got lucky. Let me take my echo off here. There we go. So I got a little delay with the echo going. Anyways, if I had to do, if I violated and got thrown in that jail, I'd have done the 4 years, 3 years, whatever I had time left. No credit time served. Nothing. Just a waste. And I thought you're innocent until you're proven guilty in this country. I also thought you had a right to face your accuser. I also thought you got to do some kind of, have a right to a jury of your peers, right? And you usually sit with a lawyer and kind of pick and choose which juror members you would like and not like, and the other side decides, and you come to agreement. And here comes Raymond. And I'll get into that a little later. Raymond, how we doing?
Yes, I'm good, Shane. How are you?
I'm good. I was telling everybody about you, how I've known you over a year now, and a lot of times we talk on the Facebook video, and you're on the other side of the planet, man. The other side of the planet. That's amazing. The technology we have now.
Yeah, somewhere in Africa.
Liberia, Africa.
Yes,
that's pretty much. Is that on the coast? Is that on the coast of Africa, the west coast? I think.
Yes, the west coast of Africa.
Do you ever get to the ocean much?
Yeah, we just pretty close to the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah,
that's some cold waters out there.
Of course.
I know you got a new channel. I want to talk about your new channel too. I've got on my other screen here, my YouTube, and I can't find the link to your channel. What is it? Because I can put it down in the description. What is your channel link? You know it?
So
What's the name of it? What's the name of it?
It's Wings for Life International Liberia.
Liberia. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Alrighty.
You got to put Liberia before.
That's what I did wrong. Okay. All right. I'll do that now, and then I'll hook up the link. I'll do that while we're talking. I'll multitask. So, guys,
Okay.
this is Raymond Fallah Bombo. Did I say that right?
Oh, yes. You said that right.
Raymond Fallah Bombo. And he's a good man, guys.
You sounded like an African.
I do sound like an African, do I?
Yeah.
Give me your money, man. No. But
yeah.
Raymond's one of the good guys. Anybody watching, he's one of the good guys. Sometimes after, we get a bad, impression of Africa because you think they're all calling you up trying to scam you in an email. That's a little tiny, but it's not even in his country, guys. It's another part of Africa. Raymond is a good man, guys. So I want you to watch his channel. I want you to watch his channel. Help him out. He's helping people coming out of prison. And when I want to talk a little bit about the prisons, because I know you've been in them. Guys, people watching my channel, you think you got it bad going to prison. They punish you by giving you bologna sandwiches and locking you up in a cell with two men in a cell. You only get to eat bologna sandwiches. That would be a really good day in a prison in Africa, right?
No, Shine. You would never love to be in one of our prisons in Africa, most especially Liberia. Our prisons are all overcrowded. There is no medication. There is no enough food to feed the inmates. A lot of them are pre-trial detainees. They languish in jail for years without trial. So it's a very, very a strange.
And most of the crimes are people stealing food so they can eat it, right?
Say that again.
Most of the people are charged because they go to prison because they stole food because they were hungry and they wanted to eat the food.
Yeah, theft. Theft is one of the most, committed crime in Liberia.
It's probably the most committed crime here, Raymond. Like when they steal food here, it's so they can sell it, not because they're hungry.
Yeah, job issue is a very serious thing here. So you find many young people, going around without, nothing to do, so to speak. No job. Yeah. So from their home, they just walk, down the street and doing nothing. So many of the guys they found in prison, lack of people that committed theft. Yes, other crimes are also committed, like the issue of rape, domestic violence,
Sure.
And
did I lose you? Uh-oh, we froze. He's frozen in time, guys. I'm sure something the technology in Africa, they have it, but it's you froze up there a little bit.
Overall, the most common committed crime is theft.
Yeah. Theft, huh?
Yes, theft is easily committed because a lot of the guys see an opportunity, to take someone's item and go and sell.
Right.
So, yeah.
But I'm saying the difference here is when they steal food here, they're not hungry. They just want to go.
I'm not hearing you. I can't hear you. I don't know what you're hearing.
Oh, you can't hear me? How about now?
So I want to change this device. I think I'm getting issue with the phone. Let me pick up my computer.
Yeah, sure. Maybe reset something. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, he'll be right back, guys. He's got some interesting stuff to tell you about the prisons in Africa. 20 of them sleep in a cell, and they have to take turns when they to use the bathroom. The bathroom there is just a hole in the ground. I think only the rich people get toilet paper, and we could ask them what they use when they don't have the money for it. It's really bad, guys, and I'm gonna have him describe some situations in Africa. It's really, really bad, guys. So I've seen pictures of it, and maybe I didn't have time to. I could pull some up for you. He'll be right, but I'm gonna have him tell you. And here he's trying to blink. He'll be right back, guys. He'll be right back. And I do want to tell you all about Africa and the prisons. See, over there, when they steal food, they're hungry, they're starving, right? Now, I'm sure some people steal because they are thieves, right? But the majority of those people in there, they were hungry. They were trying to feed their family, feed themselves, and they stole food and they got caught, man. And they do years in prison for that. Here, you got them just 10, 20 people walking in the store now. Security can't touch them. I'm here in New Mexico. They're doing it here. Not as bad as that when I lived in San Francisco. They've closed down, I think, all the Walgreens, all the CVS's, the Long's drugstores, because the shelves were empty when I was there living in the halfway house. Nothing was on the shelves. They're only making money off the prescriptions in the back. So, guys, people coming in with this bag, just start filling up. Security, what are you doing? I'm taking my $950 limit that you can't charge me more than an infraction and a ticket for, and you can't touch me as I'm walking out the store. And they would tell the securities this. It's so bad in San Francisco, the crime. Amazing. And here he comes. Here comes Raymond. He's back.
Yes, I'm back.
All right, you're back. You're back. No, I got a few people watching in. We got a comment on the screen. He says, hey, just got sentenced to 14 months. 14 months, man. That's a short time. You'll get at least 2 months off for your good time. They even give you at least a month halfway house time, and that's if you just do nothing. You'll be out of there 11 months, maybe 12 months. Your good time and stuff. You about a year, and it's gonna go by quick. What do you say to a guy that's got to do a year in American prison, Raymond?
But it seems like going to prison in America is a very common thing.
It's a what
right?
thing?
I think going to prison, or being incarcerated in the U.S. is a very, very common thing.
Common. Oh, simple. Yeah. I would say 1 out of 5 people at least know somebody that is going to jail or prison. At least.
Wow.
Have a family member or a friend or something, Yeah.
No. Here is not that common. It's not as compared to what you have there.
No.
Like Liberia, yes.
Right.
A lot of our things are compromised. A lot of our cases are compromised, prior to going to court. Yeah. So it's not like the US, people are drastic in taking decision when it says that this is what the law says, they go by that. Ours is not that way. We more or less do our things like family, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tell me, do they? So how old can you be? Do they have, do children go to prison, or is there a certain age?
Of course, we got juveniles that are in prison.
Okay.
So yeah, there are juveniles that are in prison. So we got the only frustrating part is we do not have a separate, institution for juveniles. So the juveniles and the adults and just everybody, the only difference is they have a separate cells. They are not in the same cell, but they are in the same facility. Let's see. Yeah, they see each other, they talk to each other. Yeah, and it should not be that way. It shouldn't be that.
Yeah, it should not be that way. Unfortunately, they don't put a lot of money into the prison system there, the government, right? So they treat them.
Of course.
Describe an average day in Liberian prison for these Americans out here. What would happen your first day when you got there?
So it's a complete strange place when you get to prison in our country. The first thing, those that you meet in the prison are your boss or bosses.
Oh,
so
your boss.
Huh? Yes. So they mandate you to do whatever they want you to do. Sometimes they send you to clean the bathroom. They ask you to pay fees because you met them there. So you have to pay jail fee. If you do not pay that fee, you're going to be punished.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So there's a lot that goes on in our prison, and
if you have no money, it's too bad, huh?
Oh yeah, that's bad. So whenever you are going to jail here, you must have something in your pocket so that you can give the guys something there. Other than that, you're going to get whipped.
Wow, whipped.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, there are times they even take away your food when the prison guys bring food for all of you. Sometimes they take away your food. Not the prison guys doing it.
Really?
Instead, your colleague that you met in the prison take away your food.
Yeah.
As a means of punishing you. So it's a complete different culture, that you meet in the prisons.
And how many people here? It's like two people to a cell or something. Sometimes they have an open dorm, but how many people sleep in a cell there in Africa?
So you see, like the Monrovia Central Prison, of which is one of our biggest prison. The biggest prison is the Correctional Palace that is in Zweju. But Monrovia Central.
How do you say that? Zweju?
Yeah, Zweju. Yeah.
Okay.
So Zweju has the biggest prison in the country, but Monrovia, that happens to be the capital city, has the most crowded prison in the country. So, like when I went to jail, we were like between seven. Yes, between 7 person, and that cell was meant for less than that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that
You have to
cell.
sleep on the floor.
At most, it should be like 2 people, not more than 2.
Yeah. Now, did they give you a blanket? Did they give you a blanket or clothes or anything?
No blanket. You lie right on the floor. No blanket.
And what are you wearing when you're sleeping on the floor? Did any clothes at all? Did you get a coat, a jacket?
No. Your very same clothes you came from outside with. That's what you're gonna
wear
have.
Those. Wow.
Yeah. The only thing, when you have belts, they take the belt away from you. Okay. Anything that you can commit suicide with, they take that away from you. Then you remain in your clothes and go in. Yeah.
I think I'd want to commit suicide if I was there. I don't know. Yeah, don't take my belt. I need it, guys, because I'm leaving tomorrow. The only way out in a wooden box, right?
It's actually a sad thing, but the government is doing well. They are trying to see how they can help cut down some of these challenges. But,
Okay.
Yeah, they're doing their best.
So how do you feel about your government? It sounds like maybe you kind of you like your government? Are they good? Are they trying?
I think they're doing pretty well. The government is doing pretty well. Yeah, that's what they can afford. So yes, they're doing their best. Yeah.
See, now that's something they don't talk about in America. I think you're the first African that I've ever heard that says he likes his government, because they don't let us hear those things. So this is a very special message. I really like the fact that you're saying that, because here we only get propaganda news, what they tell us. We don't know the real story. And you're here today. You can tell them the real story.
Yeah, the government is doing well. Absolutely.
Wow. Our government won't admit that. They think America thinks they're the greatest country in the world and God's gift to everybody, and we know it's not true, but they would like nothing better than to keep you all the other countries quiet, and you don't talk to Americans, because they don't want us to know that things are good over there.
Yeah. Moreover, for our status as a non-for-profit, we do not venture into politics. We do not say those kind of, but they're actually doing well. Yeah.
But no, I'm so glad to hear that the government is actually a good government there in Liberia.
Of course, they're doing well.
Our news won't tell us that. CNN, they won't tell us that. They'll call you the enemy, and you guys, and unless we invade you, America likes to invade other countries, man. I'll tell you that.
The West is always like that, Everything that is bad about others, that's why they show out. The good one, it doesn't show it. So yeah.
Well, see, ever since I went to federal prison, Raymond, I understand this government now, and they're not who I thought they were.
Wow.
Yeah, when you go to federal prison, you learn a lot about the country, this country.
How long did you spend there?
Well, I 52 months is 4 years and 4 months, but I got out kind of early because I took a program that gave me a year off and stuff. I had a little good time. I did about 3 years in behind the prison, and then
Okay.
and 3 years federal probation, and I was on pretrial for 4 years before I went to prison. So I was locked up in my house, and I could go to work and come home, but that's about it for 4 years. And then I finally went to prison. They wouldn't tell me when I'm going to go to prison. It was going to be this year or the next year or the next year. I went crazy.
Wow.
So all together it was 12 years. 12 years they owned me. They owned me for 12 years.
So here it's not that way. When
No.
when you are sentenced, you have to go to jail. You do not stay at home. Yeah, you go to jail. Yeah, you go to jail.
It used to be that way here, and now some of the states are doing the same thing. You're supposed to be innocent until you're proven guilty, but they would lock you up until you went to court. And that's really not our constitution, but yet, so now they're changing. A lot of people don't like that, though. They go, the guy got arrested and you let him out? Yeah, he hasn't been tried. He hasn't been convicted yet. He only got arrested. A lot of people don't like that.
Yeah, and here that's how it is. Whenever you are held as a pre-trial, you must be in jail. You're gonna be in jail while your case is ongoing, or someone have to stand something we call a bond, stand as a guarantor, for you.
Okay.
It could be an insurance company, or it could be property evaluation bond, and just like that. So it depends the crime that is committed. For something like murder or rape, no, there is no bill for that. You have to go to jail.
Yeah, it's like that here with the violent crimes. Yeah, they won't let you out. Yeah. Hey, Joe, how you doing? I know this guy, Joe, personally.
Okay.
He's watching us on Facebook. So, Raymond, I know you're only on the YouTube, but I know you're going to get the Facebook. And have you thought of another channel, maybe TikTok or something to go on as well?
Yes, I think I need to get TikTok. I need to get Instagram, and just like that. Yeah, I need as much channel as possible so that we can have our message going across. Yeah, but for now, I still need to upgrade our system because I can only do one channel at a time.
Right. And I'm always, if you need some help along the way, I'll help you. I talked to Max about 20 minutes ago. He's going to get a hold of you today, and remember to ask him about the StreamYard upgrade, and they'll take care of it. Okay. So Max is going to get a hold of you sometime today. He'll get a hold of you sometime. I'll also send you his Facebook, so in case you don't hear from him, you can call him. You guys got to meet, so I'm surprised you guys don't know each other yet, but. He's a good guy. Yeah. I was in prison with him. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. So
is it a black guy?
No, that's Ken. Ken left too. Ken left Wings too.
Left.
Yeah, a lot of people did, Raymond. Hardly anybody left there. But I should be coming back next month. So
okay, that's good.
But Wings for Life is a great organization, guys, out there. So I'm not going to tell.
Of course.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, like we started our programming here, and everybody are amazed by it. Yeah, so every Saturday we have training for family, and we got tons of people that come to listen to our training.
Wow. You're not only helping, you're helping the whole community too. That's great, man.
Our focus is not just the prison, because we want to minimize the number of people that goes to jail. So we're building. Yeah,
and if you make people aware what it's like in prison too, maybe you stop somebody from committing a crime and going to prison.
Right.
Better than helping wait till they get out. How about stop them before they even do it? That's better, right?
Right. So that way our focus is, we are more focused on, minimizing the number of people that goes to jail by building their morals, their family values, teaching them life skills and those kind of a basic thing. We also have a computer program that is ongoing currently.
Oh, you have it up and running now. It's up and running now?
Yes.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's ongoing. We run 2 different classes. One is from the morning hour, that's 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Then we have another one that runs from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Oh, that's nice. Now, who's teaching these classes? Is it you, or who knows
No,
about
no.
computers?
So
Who?
I got a guy here called Samuel. Samuel is the one that is taking care of that.
Is he the one I saw in your other video on the new channel? Maybe.
All right. Yes. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I got a picture of him on the promo for this video here. It's you and him. I put a picture of you and him on there.
Oh, okay.
So
That's good.
you'll see it on your YouTube.
Yeah. And it's a free training we are offering. The only
it's free?
money, yeah, it's free. It's free. Even though not absolutely free because they pay $10, but it's for 3 months. So that $10 we use it to print out their handbooks and things like that, so that they can be able to read. Yeah.
That's great. Tell me how the schools. Tell me how the school system is in there when you're growing up as a child. How's the education system in Liberia?
It's very, very challenging. It's very, very challenging. Most especially, there are too many people that are jobless here. So families struggle to pay fees for their children. Most children go to school without lunch. They stay with hunger until they come back home before getting food to eat. So it's highly pathetic. It's not a very favorable situation family are going through.
And I would imagine some of them have to what they need. The families need them to work instead of going to school so they can bring.
Of course, if we were just close to the road right now, you're going to see children in the middle of the car road, selling so that they can be able to put food on the table for their family. Children, teenagers, teenagers sells, and at times they may not even go to school. Keep them selling all the time.
What's an average? What type of food do people eat there? Like the average people eat food. Now, I don't mean a tourist that comes in the hotel, but what do you guys eat in your house every day? What's your how many meals a day do you eat, and what is that? Tell me about the food that you eat.
So the average Liberian just eats once a day.
Once a day. That's it. Wow.
Yeah, once a day. And
what time of the day? What time of the day is that usually?
So usually they eat the afternoon hours. Between 12 to 1 to 3, 4, and just like that. That's how it is.
One meal a day, nothing, no snacks or nothing in between, just
no
the one
snacks,
meal.
because they can't afford. They can't afford.
Right.
Yeah, like we run the program we run here. We try to feed people when they come.
Okay.
So you found tons of people coming. So
what do you feed them? Is it vegetables? Is it fruit? Is it meat? What kind of food?
So like the first day we had our program, we prepared breadfruit. I don't know whether you know breadfruit.
I've heard of that breadfruit. Yeah.
I can show you that. Just a minute.
Oh really? Oh, good. Okay, guys.
So
I saw this in a movie once.
So this is the tree. This is the plant you see there. That's breadfruit.
Oh really?
Yeah. Let me get closer.
That's like the Garden of Eden tree.
Yes. So this is it.
Really? Oh, look at that. That's big.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
So we have a lot in the tree here. So we fed them with this. We were able to fry it like French fry.
Oh, you fried them? Wow.
Yeah. We fry like French fry. And
that's why they call it breadfruit, because it's a bread too.
Yes.
I get it. Wow, it's more than just a fruit.
It's
a meal. Wow.
Yeah. So we ate that for that day and drank some soft drink. Some soda.
Oh, soda. Okay, that's big one. That Coca-Cola. They're everywhere. Right. They're worldwide. Is soda expensive? Is it expensive for soda there?
It's not very expensive. Like the cage has up to 24 pieces. 24 is $11.50.
Because it's really expensive here. Sodas. They're maybe $2 for a can. I don't know what a dollar is worth over there in Liberia. American. Do you know what an American dollar is over there? Yeah.
So we use American dollar here most.
Really?
We use two currency here, and anybody can accept the dollar. You do not have to change. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's very common here.
But now the value may be different. People here, they might make $15 an hour to work, just for a simple job. How much was the average pay over there per hour?
So we actually have the minimum wage, but it's not really working. That's not working. So people pay you according to whatever they want to pay. Yeah, they do not really go by the minimum wage. Yeah,
Can you
right.
tell me some examples of what people would make an hour over there?
So some people make the entire month $200.
Wow.
Yeah, for the entire month.
That's not much. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people even make less than that. There are people that even make $75 for the entire month.
Wow. So how much would the rent be if I want to rent a room, right? Or something? How much would that cost me a month?
So it depends the environment. That's one.
Right.
It depends the kind of a building that you're going to be looking for.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
the environment, the neighborhood.
On the average, like where I am, a room here would cost you $30.
$7?
$30
$30 a month. And if you make 100 or 200 a month, so it's not taking too much out of you have some left over, because here what you're talking to $30, $500 to $3,000. San Francisco, $3,000 a month. Here in New Mexico, maybe $600 a month. For an apartment, your own place. But yeah, that's a big difference.
So apartment here, like the house we are in, if we were to pay monthly here, we might pay like $250 per month.
Oh, okay. So that makes a difference, because if you're only making $200 a month, you don't even have the money for rent. That's a big difference. Yeah. So when I said rent a room, I should have made it a little. I guess the room. If I went to Africa, I'd be lucky to have the room.
But the standard of living too, you got to consider that it's not up to date. You live sometimes you somewhere without electricity. There is no water supply. A lot of challenges. It's not.
I lived in Ireland when I was 17 and 18 years old on a farm with my stepmother, and there were 16 brothers and sisters. I had to sleep in a bed with 3 other people, four guys in a bed. They had only one little outlet for electricity. That's all they had, and I had a little black and white TV, maybe one channel in the whole country, and it was really poor. Not quite as bad as there, but I kind of know that life. I lived in Ireland, was really poor. They're not so much anymore, but 40 years ago when I lived there, it was really bad. So I know I know that experience, not having electricity, the running. They had to go to the river to get a bucket of water. They didn't have any plumbing, no plumbing.
Yes. So the same here. Many of us go to the well to fresh water.
Yeah.
Like we dug well here. We dug well, and that well is the one that is supplying us water. But if you want a water supply, it's not consistent. There are water around. We have water and sewer, but it's not consistent. There are time it's off. So in order to have a consistent supply of water, we have to dig a well, and that's what we did. We dug that well.
So how do you know you're going to find water if you dig the hole? How do they know for sure there's water underneath there?
So they got a tester that does the testing, but we didn't do that because that requires money.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of asking.
Yeah. So we just did it on our own. It was just a luck.
Just pray.
Yes. Father bless us. Yeah.
Now that water that comes out, do you have a purifying system? Do you purify it or anything like that, or you just drink it straight? Is it good water?
We treat it. The water has treatment. There's a water guy that
water is treatment. Okay. Yeah. Do you have to boil the water too before you drink it or anything like that?
For me, I buy water from the mineral factory. There are companies that purify the water and then sell it. So they're where we all drink from.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Even though, some people drink from the well, but I'm not drinking from the well. I drink from.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but I know if you boil it first, I think that'll kill a lot of the germs and the bacteria.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's much safer when you boil it. You're right.
So do you guys know what bacteria is, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, no, I don't know. See, our government tells us that you don't go, that there's no. They tell us the African nations are so poor, they don't go to school, they don't know. They have us believing you can't even read and write over there. Our government is,
Wow.
they don't. The information we get, it's so wrong, and that's why I'm asking you these questions, because I want people out in this country to. Africa's a good place. And Raymond was telling, if you just tuned in, he likes his government. They're doing their best they can. It's a good government, guys. Africa is a modern country. It's a wonderful place, guys. Don't listen to the news.
Of course, that's true. Yeah, they do that to deceive you, or sometimes they don't want you to just move.
Yeah,
but it's good to come and experience. We got some of the a lot of wonderful things that you can see over here. You come and experience. Yeah, the Atlantic Ocean. You see the lakes. You see mountains.
That's nice.
That's nice. A lot of beautiful nature.
So what do you do for fun, Raymond, when you're not helping people and working and building? Because I see all the pictures. You're always pounding nails and building things. What do you do for yourself for fun? Do you ever take any time for yourself?
Well, yeah. In the last few days, it's really been a tight thing. I've not been taking time because I'm trying to build something that is new. Yes, but much more when I'm doing my free time. I love nature. I love animals and things like that. So sometimes,
what are some of your favorite animals?
Birds.
Birds? Okay.
Yes, birds.
How about zebras or anything like that? Giraffes?
Zebra is not in my country, but we have deer. We have deer. So I got a deer right now at my house that I have as a pet.
As a pet? You're not going to eat them?
No, I don't eat it.
You won't eat them.
I'm not going to eat it. I also have a bird. I have a big. Wait, just hold on.
Really?
Let me bring it. I'm coming.
All right. I hope you guys are learning something about Africa. And this is Liberia. I'm going to ask him what he knows about the rest of Africa. But, I hate to say, I hate really bad talking the American government. But when you've been through the system in the federal prison penal system, you get a little, I don't know. We're treated like second class when we get out of prison, even though we served our time. We paid our debt to society. I forgave myself, but the rest of the world doesn't. Ooh, here we go. What do we got here? Ooh, look at this.
We call this hawk.
They call them what?
Hawk.
Hawk?
Yeah. So this is just like the eagle. Yeah.
Oh man, so those are babies.
Yeah, babies.
How big do they get? How big will they get? Will they get really big?
Oh yes, this gets very big.
Really?
It gets very big. Mm-hmm.
And when will they be able to fly?
I think the next 1 month from now they'll be able to fly. Yeah. Morris, I'm thinking for me.
I got somebody calling in the show here.
Mm-hmm.
I got Tom on the line. Let me push the one here. Tom, you are live on Federal Prison Talk. How we doing? You didn't know. I thought you were calling in because I had the thing up there. I'm talking with Raymond here. Yeah, I'll call you back, Tom. Okay. You bet.
The guy?
Well, you know Tom. I think you know Tom from Wings for Life.
Oh, okay. I know.
Yeah. Because I have if anybody does want to call in live, I'll put up the number. I thought I had it up there. If you want to ask Raymond some questions, guys, I'm going to put up the number here. You don't mind answering some questions, do you, Raymond?
Of course. I want to answer as many questions as possible.
Okay, let me put the phone number up here, guys. And there it is. You call in live right now, guys. We'll put you on the air, and you can talk to Raymond and Africa. And because I could go all day asking you questions about Africa. I don't know much. Everything I thought about Africa, as long as I've known you over this year, everything I was taught was wrong. You know, what do you know about the rest of Africa, like South Africa, the apartheid thing? And I know that that's they've got their freedom now, and I hear things about Ethiopia and what's this? I want to say salami. No, it's they talk about pirates on the other side, on the East Coast. There's African pirates taking over ships. We hear things, but is it any of that true?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So South Africa is a very far away country from Liberia. We are on the west, and they are all the way up there. In fact, we are more closer to the U.S. than to go to South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, from Liberia to the U.S. is much closer than to go to South Africa. So South Africa is all the way there. Yeah.
Now, how about Libya? Because Libya and Liberia almost just similar words. A lot of people hear Liberia and they think it's Libya. And no, I got
No. So Libya is a Muslim country, and those that are there are Arabs. Yeah, they are Arabs, and they are white. You know.
Oh, the white.
Yeah, they are white.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they are white.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then Ethiopia, they say that's really, really poor country. Ethiopia?
Yeah, Ethiopia, yes, it's a poor country, and every time they have conflict and all the kind of, that's why they are not growing. Yeah.
How about Nigeria?
Nigeria is doing pretty well. It's just that they have, this Islamic militant that are causing chaos there.
They still have that going on. Okay.
Yes, that's still ongoing. So some part of Africa, there are a lot of troubles still ongoing. Somalia, all those places.
Yes, Somalia.
Yeah.
How about Chad? The country of Chad.
Chad. Some day problems, some day peace. So they all still having a lot of issues.
How about Sudan?
Same thing with Sudan. All of those there are a lot of troubles there. It's because of this Islamic militant, they call
Algeria, that's another same thing.
Algeria is peaceful.
Okay.
Yeah, it's peaceful.
I know Mali, how many countries? What? I'm sorry.
Mali still has some problem. In Mali, there's a rebel war there, a civil war that is ongoing.
How about Niger? What about Niger?
Niger.
There's Nigeria, but then there's Niger, right?
Yeah, Niger.
Okay.
Yeah. So Niger, there's no war, but it's very, very poor. So very, very poor. Yeah.
How many countries are there in Africa? I don't know. 30? I don't know. Do you know?
It's more than 50.
More than 50. Wow.
Yeah, it's more than 50. I can't tell the exact number right now.
Yeah.
That's a
Do
lot.
most of the countries in Africa get along? The people get along with people from other parts of Africa? Do you get along with the Muslim race?
Some African countries don't like others.
Yeah.
If you even compare, like, let's take for instance South Africa. There were times, they were killing other blacks that came from other countries.
Yeah.
The citizens of South Africa were killing blacks from other countries.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know that Nelson Mandela and apartheid. We heard. I don't know if we heard the truth, but now I hear they're taking back all the property from the South African, the English white South Africans. They're taking it all back from them now. I don't. Yeah, they're having their. It's payback time. It's payback time. They're getting.
Yeah, but I think Mandela did extremely well for South Africa. It's not like what Robert Mugabe did in Zimbabwe, whereas he took all of the wet farms and gave it back to the blacks. But in South Africa, it didn't happen that way. They were more peaceful, Yeah.
Well, Nelson Mandela was in prison, 20, 30 years or something? Quite a long time. For somebody to be in prison that long and then be the leader of the country when he gets out, that's a great story, man.
Of course. Yeah, that was during the apartheid,
Yeah, apartheid.
And and Liberia helped to contribute to their freedom.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Liberia means freedom, right? Doesn't that translate to freedom?
Yeah.
Liberia,
Yes.
like liberty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liberty. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Mhm. You know,
Uh,
we are one of the first countries, you know, on this side of the ocean to get independence.
oh,
There were,
yeah. Wow.
yeah, yes.
So, what was life
Ethi-
like before?
Ethiopia, so Ethiopia and Liberia are the two oldest republic in Africa that got independent. Yeah.
Ethiopia? I didn't know they had independence. Oh,
Yes, Ethiopia. Yes.
really?
Mhm.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and even during the Bible days, Ethiopia was around. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I remember
And
hearing
that
about
is
Idi
the
Amin.
original name. That's the original name of Africa. Ethiopia is the original name of Africa.
Really? Oh, I
Yes.
didn't know that.
So when the white came and conquered the African army, it was when one of their general named Africa after him in honor of him. One
Oh,
Leo,
wow.
yeah, Leo Africano, yeah, was an Italian.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they took away the name Ethiopia and then put Africa on this continent.
Thank you for sharing that. Wow.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
Africa got the name Africa, but that's not our original name.
Wow. And what do you is your Liberian? You speak English really well, but is that the native language there?
Yes, we got dialects, so smaller, you know, group of people. So we call that dialect. Yeah.
Dialect, yeah, we say dialect, but you don't have a real strong one. I can still understand you, my friend. You know, it's not that hard, but you speak really well. Almost, you could say you're from New York and get away with it, maybe. You know.
You know? Yeah, we got a lot of people here. Um, like we got people from different counties, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got people from different counties, and each of those counties have dialects that they speak. Like from where I'm from is Lofa, Lofa, Lofa County.
Lofa. That's
Yeah,
Samoan. I think they say Tolofa means hello in Samoan. I wonder if there's a connection.
no, the connection. So
Or Tongan. Yeah.
Lofa is a county here, you know,
Okay.
and there are several tribes that came from there. We have the Gisi, we have the Bandi, have the Loma, you know.
The
Yeah.
band. I think I heard of the Bandit, but Bandit. Yeah, I think I heard of them.
Okay.
Somehow.
Yeah. So
Maybe. Have
and
you ever heard the story of Tarzan the Ape Man?
see
You ever
that?
heard Tarzan the Ape Man? He was raised in Africa by apes or something. It was they had books and stuff in this country, but I think they mentioned the Bandi in there. Do you know who Tarzan is?
No.
So he was I guess uh, his parents, they traveled to Africa. I forget. I think they were from Europe, but they left him as a baby in somewhere in Africa. The apes found him and raised him as one of their own, and then they found him later as an adult and tried to take him back to civilization, but he ran away. But they educated him. He came back to the jungle, and they called him King of the Apes, and his name was Tarzan, and he was as strong as an ape because he was raised like an ape, and it was they've had movies and TV
That's a
shows
great
about
story.
it,
That's
but
a great story.
it's all based on Africa. And see, they didn't even ask you guys for permission. But
That's a great story, yeah. But
you know,
some of those stories are based on tales, you know, fairy tales.
yeah,
People say,
yeah.
yeah, it's not
They
based
say
on.
King Kong is from Africa. Do you know who that is? King Kong. He's a big giant ape.
Yeah, so we got a lot of apes here. We got apes here. We got a lot here.
You have them? Yeah.
Yeah, the
Wow. Are
chimpanzee.
they dangerous?
Well, when you harm them, they harm you. If
Yeah,
not, they won't.
sure.
Yeah, you have to harm them.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, if you don't harm them, they don't.
Now they just roam free. Nobody locks them up or anything, right?
No, people go after them. Like here, to be a hunter here, you do not need to have a lesson. Like in the US, you need a lesson
Oh,
to be a So yeah, here.
Anybody
Yeah.
doesn't need a license. A foreigner could come in too.
So anyone, but right now we got some forests in our country that is under restriction. You know
Okay.
that no one needs to go there to do any kind of form of hunting. Yeah,
Because
they
I
are.
hear stories about rich Americans going there and shooting elephants to take the ivory and just really killing these animals for cruel, just for trophies. And I don't like that myself, but is that true?
It used to be, but it's not like that again. It's not like
Okay.
that. Yeah, there are a lot of restriction now. Like some of our
That's good.
forests there, you cannot go there to do anything of such. Yeah, so
Yeah.
people come from other parts of the world to come and see the animals we have here. Like we have the elephant. You know, we have
Because you got your independence, the animals need their independence too, man.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, here people eat a lot of animals, most especially from the bush. When
Oh,
people
what
see
what,
when
what
people
kind of
see
animals do they eat?
the deer and just anything they can get hold of.
Well, we eat
even
deer too. That's you told me you had a deer with that was your pet. I said, don't you eat him now.
yes, when people come out of my house and they see the deer, they want to catch it to eat. I said, no, you don't catch that. It's a pet. that guy is a family. He's part of my family. Yeah, and it's a female.
Joe, when
Yeah,
did Liberia get their independence? What year?
1847.
Oh, 1847. So you don't know what it's like, what it was like. What was life like before then? You don't really know. You weren't there, were you? You're not that old,
Well,
right?
even though I wasn't around, but we read about it. Yes, it was horrible. I remember the slaves came somewhere around the 1821, 1822.
Ooh,
You know, when they
yeah.
came. And in fact, interestingly, our first president was an American, a white,
What?
yeah,
What?
a white man, yeah,
Oh, no. Really? Oh.
yeah. Our
Is
first
that good or
president.
bad? Is that good or bad? I don't know. It sounds bad to me, but maybe it's good. I don't know.
I don't, he's human. Yeah, so I don't think that should be a problem.
Okay.
And yeah, I would rather, you know, all race come together and be one because God see us as one. He did not separate us. We as human are the one that causing all of these divisions.
Yeah, what when if they start landing ships from the sky from other planets, we're all going to be Earthlings all of a sudden, right? You know what I mean? If so, we need to. Yeah, I hear you. I mean,
Yeah,
we might look a little different, but give me a break, man. You ain't much. You're the same as me, man. We got to get along, man. I think there's 43 wars going on this planet today. That's a lot of wars.
Of course.
That's a lot of wars. And we've always had wars. There's never been a time where there's no wars on this planet for thousands of years. You know, Raymond, I was telling somebody, you know how we landed on the moon 50 years ago? 50 years ago, the United States put a man on the moon, right? Over 50 years ago. That was 1969, right? So you would think 50 years later in the future, we should be putting colonies on Mars and Jupiter and ships. We should have gravitational cars flying. We should have all that. We should be out there in space. But I'm thinking we were told, oh no, you people aren't coming. Stop that space travel, guys. I think that we were told not to go any further because after the United States landed, I would think Japan and Russia and France, all the other countries would have wanted to go on the moon at least once. 50 years with nothing. To me, I think we were warned. You guys aren't coming out here. That's just my. I don't know what you think. I'm crazy, but man, come on, 50 years we never went back. We never expanded.
That makes sense. Yeah, right.
And if there was somebody out there that said, "Hey, you can't come here," you know how many religions would go crazy? People would be panic in the streets, and some people are very devoted to their religion and their God, and you got to keep them. Got to keep them all gathered and keep the fear.
Yeah, right.
I think that's why we have so many wars on the planet.
I think so.
It's still control. It controls everybody.
Apart from that, those that are making the guns, that's how they do their business. They got to sell those ones, you know. So yeah, they got to cause confusion somewhere so they can do their business and pretend as though they are going there to make peace. Yeah, and make a lot of money. You know, give some of the money to the United Nations and say they're going to make peace, and they're selling their guns. You know, yeah, all those dirty money. That's how they get it, and then go and wash it out.
Wow.
Yeah. So there will never be peace on this earth. Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. You wish there would. Maybe some areas of it, but you can't change the people. You know, you can make the laws and rules, but people break them all the time, and then you have a prison to put them in, and it's always been like that. For thousands of years, we've had some kind of a prison and punishment system, right? Sometimes they didn't even have a prison; they just hung you on a cross or in a tree or whatever it was. They shoot you, right? You know, it costs too much money to put you in prison. They just kill you.
So, you know? Is there some state in the U.S. that are still killing people because they committed certain thing?
Yeah, they call that the death penalty. I think there's maybe 15 states that still do it, but when they do it, they're not. It doesn't happen Tuesday. It'll be a process because they appeal the court. They go back. They appeal it. They go back. They appeal. Maybe in 10 years they'll finally put them to death, but it takes a long time. They just don't do it like you're guilty. Tomorrow you're going to be dead. It doesn't happen that fast. They can fight it. They fight it. You know, lawyers get involved and they go back and forth. They go to court 2 or 3 more times trying to fight it, and then they have a final date. And then after any new evidence comes up to prove you innocent, and they take it back to court, and it's a long process. But yeah, they do it. Some states are faster than others. I think the fastest I've ever seen somebody get put to death after they got sentenced was a year. And that's rare. Your country have the death penalty? No?
No.
They used to have different ways to do it before you could get blindfolded, and 5 people would be there with a rifle. Only one would have the bullet, so you didn't know which ones killed you. And then they had the hanging, you know, they build a big stage and they hang people in public. And then they had the electric chair, right? And now they put drugs in your vein, and you just go to sleep like that. I forget what, they say that's the most sanest most humane way to kill someone. But some states still have the electric chair. Oh, they also have the gas chamber, like the Germans did with the Jewish. Well, they put you in a room and it fills with gas, and you can't like that. So some states give you the choice. Which one do you want? What would you choose? Which one would you choose? Gas chamber, electric chair, the 5 people who shoot you, or hanging, or with the drugs in your arm. Which one would you choose?
I think I would rather the drugs. Yeah.
I might go for the electric chair. I don't know. They cover your face, and you have all these things on you, and it goes. I heard it's quick, but I don't know. If when they shoot you, what if they miss and it goes in your neck, and then they got to do it over? You know, I don't know.
Wow, that's sad. Oh, that's a sad thing.
Well, they used to have the hangings were in public. People would come for. They would show up a week early, and they would camp out, and they would have barbecues and sell things, and it would be a big giant, party just to hang one person. They don't do that anymore. That was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
They talked about putting it on TV, but they don't do that. They haven't done that yet. They wanted to put it on closed circuit TV, and you could pay. You pay like $100 to watch the person die. But they didn't. That didn't happen. A lot of people would do that. Yeah.
Wow.
But
good to know. I didn't know all of those.
Nowadays, you can download it for free. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But they still give a
very
lot of
sad.
life sentences, Raymond. A lot of life sentences with no possibility of parole. They have a lot of life sentences. I don't know how many people. I'm going to say maybe half of the people that go to prison have a life sentence. I'm guessing it's close to that. Half of those people will never ever get out. And you know how many people we have in the prison in the United States? I think we have 8. I want to say, is it 8% of our population are locked up or have been locked up? Almost 1/10 of the population. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, we have 2 billion people in this country, so about 3 million people maybe are locked up right now in America, something like that. I got to check my numbers.
Do your president sometimes give executive clemency?
Yeah, they can do that. Some have, they usually do it when it's election year and they're trying to get voted back in for the next year. But they've been known to do that. Yeah, state of execution or just that they can give you a full pardon, no record, everything taken away, and you're a free man forever. And they do that sometimes. It's getting more rare than it used. I haven't heard of it much now, but 30 years ago, when I was maybe in my 20s, I heard a lot. That happened a lot, and not so much anymore. Yeah. President Obama did that for a few people. Trump, I think, also did it for a few people. But before those two guys, nobody was doing it. But Obama started to bring it back. He let a lot of people go early. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know who Obama was? That was our first black president. Yeah. But
yes, I'm aware.
He did okay. You know, I don't got really much to complaining about him. The one we have now, oh man, I don't know. But you know, the presidents don't really change much. It's the people that run the country. We don't get to vote for them, and I don't even know who they are. It's a secret.
Wow. Yeah.
I'd like to know who runs the whole world.
A lot of these things.
When the pandemic was, you know, the last year or the year before, were you all locked up in your houses for at least a week or two when it was really bad?
Oh yes. So
everybody on the planet was locked up. Yeah. So
yes, the government announced the state of emergency.
Yeah.
So we weren't allowed to do certain things. Yeah. So we're just
that's
home.
true. Now every country,
a lot of people.
Go on. I was going to say every country on the whole planet, at least for a week or two or a month, never came out of their house. How do you pull that off? How do you convince the whole planet to stay locked up? Oh, don't go out there. There's a dangerous disease. It'll kill you. Don't go outside. How do you convince everybody? That's amazing to pull that off. That's not the president. That's not the government. That's power, man. The whole world. Mm-hmm. I could see maybe a country, the whole world. How do you make the whole world do that? Who's in charge of that? Think about that one.
Yeah.
You know,
seriously.
Look at the picture. People don't look at it like that. But the whole country, everybody, the whole planet was locked up. At least that one night, I remember I was scared. Yeah. I was scared to go outside. Everybody was scared to go outside on the whole planet. That's amazing, man. You know?
It is, yes. Yeah, that's something that we all need to think about.
Yeah, we need to think about it because you can't tell another country what to do. That's not a government thing. That's above us. That's above my pay rate, my pay grade. You know, I don't know what power that is.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's a secret society that runs the world. I don't know, but you think about what I just said. It's a little scary, man.
Yeah, very much scary. Very, very much scary.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's how I look at the world now, Raymond. You know, I'm always analyzing things. I look at the world. I don't look in front of me. I look way beyond. I have a lot of questions nowadays, you know, about the world. That's why I was asking you about Africa. I want to know everything now. You know?
Yes. Some people think it's the new world order.
Yeah, I've heard that one too.
You know,
I've heard that one.
Yeah.
And maybe it is. I've heard the Majestic
Yeah.
12. They say it's the Majestic 12, and you'll never know who they are. I don't know.
Wow.
I think they say it's the same people that wrote the Bible. It's still a group. You know, they're still around today, but the you know, the family, the generations. I don't know who it is, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's on Earth. You know. Hey.
Yeah. Like the hook was down, I tell you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well. Anyways, Raymond, I do got to get going, man. But I'd like to do some more shows with you. You know, and I'll be back with Wings maybe in a month. But you know, I still got my channel, and I love talking to you, man. And I hope I'm waking up. I'm waking up some minds and people out there. You got to tune into Raymond's channel, guys. It's Wings for Life International, Liberia. Did you say, or Africa?
Yes, Wings for Life International, Liberia. So
okay,
we got a show every Saturday and every Monday. Yeah.
And are you
it's,
live?
It's 5 o'clock. Live. It goes live. Yeah. Yeah, live. So we invite people just like what you were doing, you know, back then, where you call people from different professional backgrounds to come and talk issues, you know, relative to yeah. So we do the same here. We call people from different backgrounds. Like last week, Monday, we had a medical doctor that came to talk about the menstrual cycle, and he also talked on contraceptive. Yes, how we can prevent pregnancy, you know, unwanted pregnancy, and all the kind of there. So this week we are expecting a lawyer that will be coming on our show.
Oh, people always like to talk to a lawyer. Free legal advice, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, legal advice. Yeah. So we're always gonna have people come in. Always.
Now, are they coming from they come to your house there or on the screen?
So they come to our office.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
so
Wings for Life International
office. Oh, they're from Africa. Okay.
Yes, they are. Yeah. But sometimes I would love for you to be on the show. We can have the show like this, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I like it. I will put
you know.
I'll put the link underneath as soon as we're done here. I'll put it underneath, and then just show. Hopefully, we'll get you more viewers. And maybe next week you come back next week, and you know, or you can have me on your show.
Yeah, no problem.
And so yeah, right. I got. Raymond, you know I love you, man. I've been knowing you a long time, man. And, dude, man, you know.
I know about that.
And I know this last month I haven't been available, but I'm available now. I'm sorry about that.
All right, no problem. No problem.
But hey, man, you have a blessed day. You're a blessed man. You know, you're the twice blessed man, and you're doing wonderful things, man. You're a man of greatness in my eyes. Okay, so you know I love you, Raymond, and we'll talk. And
thank you.
We'll do it next week. Okay. All right.
All right. Okay. Have a blessed day. Yeah.
You bet.
Bye. Yeah.